All right, hello everyone. How are you? Thank you for joining me today. I know your time is valuable. You're a business owner, so you got a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to make this presentation as streamlined as I can and pack a lot of useful information. So if you can, turn off your cell phones, remove all distractions, and really dive into this because I feel like these little bits of information I'm about to share are the difference between your phone staying silent or your phone lighting up with people calling you. So let's talk about how we're going to make that happen now. This is a special training. It's called the Perfect Landing Page. Simple changes to get your phone ringing now. Now that's just one aspect of it. Obviously, if you have online booking software, that too. But basically, getting clients in the door, that's what I'm going to go for right now, and I want to make that happen as fast as possible for you. So first off, you might be asking yourself, well, who the heck are you? And why should I listen to you? Great question. I know there are a lot of people out there, maybe even on your newsfeed in Facebook, showing that they can help your business grow. Well, I'm a little bit different than most people. I'm going to explain to you why just quickly. I won't take too much of your time with that. But howdy from Austin, Texas. My name is Bruce Ewing. I'm the CEO and founder of Constant Conversions. I consider myself a copywriter and a traffic and conversion specialist. Basically, I help build funnels for clients that turn leads into customers. That's really what I do best. And I've been doing this since around 2008. I started as a lowly assistant to a well-known internet marketer. He basically did direct mail pieces, and I just kind of, got to sit there and look over his shoulder while he ran his company. And I got lucky enough to, be his assistant and just learn from one of the best. I went solo around 2010 as an independent contractor, basically through word of mouth. People heard what I did for this internet marketing guy and started asking me to help them out. I eventually worked with numerous industries, some spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in advertising per month. I handled all of it myself, and that's kind of what led to me forming Constant Conversions in 2014. And nowadays, I help a handful of clients grow their online businesses. We're not a huge operation. We like it like that. I say we, but Constant Conversions is 90% me. Sometimes I delegate some menial tasks to virtual assistants. That's how I like it. I'm a boutique agency because it's mostly me, and I give my clients a lot of attention, and that's why they're very happy with me. Now what you're looking at here is 3 screenshots of some previous clients of mine. The first is a women's fashion store. One of her early campaigns, she spent around $6,000, about $7,000, and pulled in $33,000 in sales. That was due to really good targeting and good ads, and we basically just dialed in to the perfect customer of hers and really made her a lot of money and scaled that up to a much bigger campaign. But I wanted to show you that I work with budgets of all sizes. As you can see, the middle screenshot is a much bigger budget. We have a year's worth of data of one network here in the dating niche where we spent $1.26 million, and that's, like I said, just one network. The final screenshot down there is for a how to play guitar course. It was a guy who came to me who basically wanted some help with his marketing, and basically he sold DVDs about how to play the guitar, and he had an online newsletter that he spent money to generate opt-ins for. So he spent $637,000 to generate people to sign up for his newsletter, because then he sold his DVD courses in the newsletter itself, and that's how he made his money. So as you can see here, I've worked with budgets of all kinds and all kinds of industries, and now I'm taking it local. And the first person I helped in the local world was a friend of mine named Katie. She had a company called Not Detective Massage. They still exist. They're doing very well. And this was a screenshot of a conversation when I first rolled out the campaign. As you can see there, I said, I expected a bit of tweaking the landing page and ads before these kind of results. This shows the funnel works even better than I predicted it would. As you can see, she said, "You're clearly made of magic," and I think that's really awesome. But here's how I did it. What I did was I took a Facebook ad and I drove the traffic from the Facebook ad to a landing page that I built from the ground up. And today's video presentation is going to be me walking you through all aspects of that landing page and how you can make the changes to your landing page for similar results. Let's get into some of that now. But first, let me show you real quick. We used a coupon code called KNOTS in the ad, and these are some of the bookings she generated. More came in after I took this screenshot, but as you can see, bookings were coming in daily, semi-daily. Eventually there were several a day, and she basically just flooded her calendar, had to hire new people to help handle the load, and basically just helped her business grow. And that's why you're here watching this video. You'd like the same thing. So there are a lot of factors to a winning marketing funnel. The landing page is just one aspect. First off, there's the source of leads. The source of leads can be anything from Yellow Pages to Groupon. Well, I think the best is Facebook ads and Google AdWords. Those two, depending on your industry, those two sources of traffic are the best. And you should be spending most of your advertising spend on one or both of those networks, depending on what you do. And then, of course, the audience you target is actually very, very important. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but Facebook lately has become a, audience targeting behemoth. The demographics you can target in Facebook are so amazing that it's just it's a new game that marketers are playing with Facebook ads. And we'll get into more of that later at another time. But the audience you choose to target your ads to is very important. Then, of course, the ad itself. What you say in the ad, the copywriting, has to be compelling, has to talk about their problem, and that you have a solution to it. Then, of course, it leads to the landing page, and that landing page has to have all the elements necessary to have them trust you and pick up the phone and call you or book with you online. And then even who answers the phone. That's a big opportunity loss. I notice a lot of people don't have trained staff to answer the phone correctly and really close the sale. Depending on what you do, sometimes the person who picks up the phone is very important. So make sure if you have a staff, they're trained on really, getting across to the person on the other end of the line what your company's all about and what you do best. Now, what is the most common mistake that I'm seeing out of all of these? At least the one that you can make some of the quickest changes to and see the lowest hanging fruit, the best results, is the landing page. Most people have an awful landing page. It just doesn't convert. And so we're going to talk about how to make a better landing page. And I'm going to show you very concrete examples that you can use yourself and see similar results. So let's get into that. Before I do, though, let's talk about the page design, because this is very important. You might have a website you already have going, and you don't want to make too many changes to it, and that's fine. But you need to know that everything changes when you're paying for the advertising. Because if they click on your site and then they leave, that's a wasted click. And if you paid $1 to get that person to visit, that's a wasted dollar. So if you need to, create a page specifically for the paid advertising that is separate from your website. You can have a totally different URL if you want. But the point is, if they come to you through an ad, you need to have it be a unique standalone page. Another important aspect is a clean design. You need to have one page with all those marketing elements in one place. Don't make them click around to learn all about you. Very few outbound links. Don't link to a lot of places outside of your website, because the more options you give people to click away, the more they're going to take that, and it'll be a less effective page. Think about it as, you have one goal with your landing page, and that's to get people to pick up the phone or book with you immediately. Everything needs to work towards that goal, and anything else is a distraction. Okay, so what are the 5 elements of a successful landing page for any business? Now, I say any business because these are tried and true marketing principles that they might be organized in a different way, or they might say things a little bit differently, but they're all there and present in their landing page, and it makes it work. So let's jump into those 5 elements right now. There's authority, personality, irresistible offer, social proof, and scarcity. Okay, so let's talk about the first one, authority. People need to see you know what you're doing and that you're excellent at it. You need to talk about your training, your years in business, your specialties, your awards, your certifications. Look, don't be afraid to brag about yourself and get into specifics with your skill set. Talk about what you're good at. And not only that, the copy on the page needs to address their problem directly and show that you understand their problem and that you are the perfect solution to their problem. A lot of people can't really do that successfully, but that's really the secret to copywriting, is to address a problem that is already going on in the person's mind and that your service is the solution. Now let's look at an example of that on this Not Detective page that I created for Katie. So 1 second, I'll hop over to it. Okay, you are currently looking at the page here. We're going to go over all 5 elements, but before I do that, I want to explain also that this is a page that only people from the Facebook ads could see. As you can see, there's a navigation links across the top. That's her website, but we attach this page as an invisible page that no one else saw except for the Facebook ads. And that's because we wanted to limit the number of people who saw this special offer. You can do that through a unique URL, or you can do that as attaching the page to your site, as long as it's unique to the people who come through the ads. All right, so let's talk about authority. It's really important that we express to people that she is highly qualified to offer her services. And so what we did here is in the left, under her picture, we talked about everything from how long she's been doing it, where she went to school, how many hours of training, what she specializes in, which helps with Facebook targeting later, and the different training, extensive experience working with professional, semi-professional athletes, And then we have a nice little, it's like a USP. So this is more personality, but it's also, authority and personality kind of work together. But Katie approaches massage with the mindset that she is a superhero and saving the world one body at a time. Now we got some authority here. Definitely lots of training. She is qualified. We also open the copy with her authority. She's the owner and licensed massage therapist. We're not detective. Here she goes. Specializes in injury massage, sports massage, trigger point therapy, and structural bodywork. She literally says the same thing here and here, but that's good because you want to really drive it home what she does. She's helped professional, semi-professional athletes, pregnant women, and every other kind of patient in between get to the source of their problem and fix it. So once again, like I said, you have to address that you know what their problem is and you can help them solve it. So she continues to go on about the problem. If you're like most of the population, there isn't a box that you fit perfectly into. You may have a desk job and run marathons, or a stay-at-home parent bent over chasing a child all day. Regardless of what you do for work or for fun, your body should be able to accomplish it with a minimum of pain. I have 13 years of full-time massage experience to draw from, and we can figure out where your body is going awry and how to correct it in the future. Problem, solution, problem, solution. That's really important in showing authority. You understand your client. You understand them, and you've been fixing them for a long time. So that's it. That's authority in a nutshell on this particular page. Don't be afraid to kind of reiterate things over and over again to show that you know what you're doing and you're excellent at it. So okay, let's move on here. All right, so that was authority. The next one is personality. Let's talk about personality. You're not the only one doing what you do. There's a chance that you have several competitors who do the exact same thing as you, but you need to understand people buy into you as much as they buy into your service. What I mean by that is think of companies like Apple or Microsoft or Subway. Before Jared got in trouble, don't you remember Subway was doing terrible, and then as soon as they hired a person and a story about how he lost weight with Subway and he was just a regular guy, they really blew up, and it's because people attach their emotions to businesses, and that's what happened with Subway. Apple, Steve Jobs was a revolutionary. He had a way of thinking that was unique. He had a philosophy. People bought into that philosophy. So that part of you that separates you from everyone else is known as your USP, your unique selling proposition. What sets you apart? Your mission statement, your philosophy. What makes you different than other companies? So, you need to use pics of yourself, use pics of your staff, show some character, put some humanness to your business. So let's look at an example of how I did that for Katie. So let's jump into that right now. Okay, let's talk about personality. First thing I want to mention is this logo and name of the company is very catchy. Everyone loves the name Not Detective Massage. So if you have a really cool, catchy name, that always helps, set yourself apart. But the main aspect of this page that's personality driven is the fact that rather than focus on the company as a whole, I zero in on each of the staff members with pictures and talking about their philosophies. So this really sets them apart as being, they're a human company with human people who, have their own unique quirks and interests and philosophies, and it really personalizes the company rather than just focusing on the company as a whole. And I think you should do that too. If you have multiple staff members, break it out and talk about each staff member individually. Remember, people buy into you just as much as they buy into what you are doing for them. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's move on to the next element right now. All right, so that was personality. Let's now talk about the irresistible offer. This is the third component of a successful landing page. The irresistible offer is very, very important. What you need to do is you need to discount your service in some way to bring people into the door. This is an art in itself. Some people, like I've worked with dentists who do like a $97 cleaning, x-rays, and exam. You'll see in a second, Katie discounted her massage by so much money. But not only do that, but then explain why you're doing it. Don't just do it, but explain. Give a reason why you're doing the discount. And it can be something as simple as we just want you to come in and love us, and then come back and try us again. And that's what I kind of did with Katie, and I'll show you that in a second. But, the offer needs to make people say, wow, that is a good deal. What I like to tell my clients is, make the discount something that makes you personally just a little bit uncomfortable to give it. See, even if it makes you a bit uncomfortable, that's okay. Because all the other elements of this are going to come into play to show you're a respected company and you're giving a reason why you're doing this discount. But I will get into more of these elements in a second, but don't worry. Just realize that the discount should make you just a little bit uncomfortable. You need to really understand the concept of lifetime value because a lot of industries out there, the value of the customer over time is worth so much more than that initial visit. For instance, Katie does what she does well. Most people, book with her again, and her customers end up going on to be worth, thousands of dollars per person. So understand lifetime value is going to pay off eventually, and just get that irresistible offer out and get them coming into your offices. You need to research your niche and see what others are doing as far as their offer goes, and just take it a step further. Make the best offer in town. So now let's see an example of how I did this for Not Detective. Here we go. All right, the next important component of this landing page is the special offer. Now, as you can see here, her original 1-hour massage is $65. I drew a line through it and then a different colored thing to show $47. That draws the eye. We're basically focusing on her special. As you notice, the whole page is really tied into this special. That number 47 has actually been tested as being a powerful motivator. For some reason, 7s are very pleasurable to a person's brain. I don't know why, but you'll see a lot of marketers using prices that end in 7. So we did that here. But as you can see, 1-hour massage, $47. That is a killer deal, especially with her training and experience. So just the $47 hour massage without showing all these other elements of the page would not be as effective. It's very important they feel like they're getting a deal from a very, very qualified person. So that's what we did here. That was the irresistible offer. We're going to show you how we made them actually take action a little bit later. But you need to discount your service while showing you are still a very viable business to help solve their problem. All right, that was the irresistible offer. Let's talk about social proof. Social proof is very, very, very important. And it's what's going to really separate you from the people who don't know what they're doing. And what's more powerful than you saying you're great? Great question, right? You could say you're great all day, but what's even better than that? Well, it's other people saying you're great. You can never have enough testimonials from previous customers. Your page could scroll for days and it wouldn't be enough. Testimonials are the lifeblood in building trust from potential clients. It's the #1 method of building trust before actually working with you. So have as many testimonials as you can. You need to always be collecting testimonials. If you have to, incentivize people in some way to give them to you. And then just put them on your website. Let them know that other people think you're great. So I'm going to show you an example now of how we use social proof in Not Detective's landing page. Let's do that. All right, social proof. This is really important. You need to have other people saying how awesome you are. So what we did was at the bottom of this, we had several testimonials pulled from her Google reviews. And since then, she basically encourages people with discounted massages if they write those Google reviews. And then all I did was just take them and bring them over to this page. As you can see here, we have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She since has received more, but it's important you add as many as you can. Like I said, if this page scrolls and scrolls and scrolls with her testimonials, that is wonderful. You want to have as many testimonials as possible. So it's a small aspect, but very, very, very important. So and also make sure you have first and last names if possible. Sometimes people don't like to use their last name, so you can use like their initials, like Sabrina B. But the more you're able to show them these are actually real people who left their testimonials, the more believable they are. If it's just like 2 initials, that's tough to believe because, you could just fake those testimonials. I don't suggest faking testimonials. I mean, you can get friends to write you a testimonial, like give them a free massage or give them a free bit of your service and have them write the testimonial. But I suggest really adding legitimate testimonials of happy customers. They'll be able to say things that you couldn't say on your own that will say great things about you. So that's it. Let's move on. All right, the 5th and final component to your landing page that must be there, and this is the most powerful element, so I saved it for last. It's scarcity. It's one of the most powerful marketing concepts there is. Turn on the TV, look on billboards. You're going to find marketing all over the place that uses scarcity in some way. QVC has made billions on selling crap to people because there's a limited quantity of them, etc., etc. The McRib, it's a gross piece of fast food, but boy, it sells so well because it disappears for a while and then it comes back and then it disappears again and people go crazy for it. I'm sure if McDonald's offered the McRib all the time, it would not do near as well. So the scarcity of that is really what causes people to go crazy. Because people hate missing out, you know. I've heard some millennials say hashtag FOMO, fear of missing out. It's true. People hate missing out, and scarcity is the best tool for making people take action now. You got to make them act now because they never come back. When they get to your page, you have to have a reason for them to take action now. And the secret is scarcity combined with an irresistible offer. That's dynamite. Marketing dynamite. Now, you need to make the offer for a limited time, a limited number of people. Something has to be limited with your offer. And I'm going to show you how I did that with Not Detective here in a second. But it's really, really important. So I hope you understand that if you're not adding scarcity to your offers, then that's probably why people are not picking up the phone. Let's go see how I did this for Not Detective. 1 second. All right, last but not least, scarcity. Let's really discuss how scarcity was used on this page. Okay, so most of it was addressed right here underneath after she talked about the problem, how she was able to solve it. She then said, I'm currently offering a new patient special for the next 30/12/8 people who reply to this offer. That's showing that people are taking action and signing up. From now until March 1st, you can get your first 1-hour massage for just $47. Just use coupon code KNOTS when you book your appointment using the button below. And then here's the reason why she's giving the offer. My hope is that you see how great you feel afterward and choose to work with us for all your massage and acupuncture needs in the future. Hurry, this special offer ends in, and what I did was here, I added a timer that literally counted down the days, the hours, the minutes, and the seconds until that March 1st deadline hit. So we had a doubled up kind of scarcity move here. We limited the number of people who could take advantage of the offer, and then we put a timeline on top of the offer. So the combo of the limited number of people, the amount of time left, and the irresistible offer really was a 1-2 punch of marketing power that brought a lot of people in and had people book. As you can see here, people were able to book directly online, or we had a phone number if they had questions. And it linked to her scheduling software where they would put in the code to get that offer. So that is how scarcity worked here. And as you can see, the page works in unison. It's all about the offer, the authority, the personality, the social proof, the scarcity. It's all there. It's one page, and it does all the work without them having to move around and look at different parts of the site. And I think that's exactly what you need to be doing. That is the power of marketing elements working in concert to have results that you're looking for. So thank you for watching, and let's get back to the presentation. All right, so you've seen all 5 elements at play. I need you to go and make some of those changes to your website now, and you're going to see much better results with your marketing. So let's recap real quick. You need to show authority, show you know what you're doing, show you're an expert. You need to have some personality, what sets you apart. You need to have an irresistible offer that makes people go, wow, that's a really good deal. You need to have social proof, other people saying you're great. You need to have scarcity, a reason to act now. Now, the landing page is just one piece of the puzzle. There are a lot of pieces to a successful marketing funnel. But if you make some of these changes now, you're going to see some better results. And that's why I started with the landing page, because that's where I see the most mistakes being made. And just making these simple changes here will help a lot. You need to keep an eye out. I'm going to be sending you more great free info just like this soon, covering other topics you need to know about. As always, please, I love hearing from people. Reach out to me, drop me a line. Let me know what you thought about this video, what I can do to make it better, all that good stuff. You can write me at hello@constantconversions.net, and I thank you for watching. Hope to talk to you guys soon. See ya.